Evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And now,
Rio Sports
for the
Live
Lyford
here
High
at
School
Bulldog
Fumble.
Stadium in Lyford, Texas for week 4 of high school football action on this beautiful Friday night as the Lyford Bulldogs play host to the Hebbronville Longhorns. And once again, here in Lyford on this beautifully redone field here in Lyford, just taking a look around, going to give you a little pan here. This is Lyford's second home game of the season, and as they say, there is no place like home. The Bulldogs are looking to let loose tonight offensively after coming off a 14-0 Cotton Bowl win versus Raymondville last week. After averaging 40 points in their first 2 outings, the Bulldogs were not content with just putting up 14 points last week. And tonight, they're looking to come out and put up some big numbers on the board. Leading that offensive charge for the Bulldogs are the Martinez brothers, who are making a name for themselves here in the Valley and throughout Texas, Osmar and Oscar. The Martinez brothers lead the team in rushing yards, as Osmar is going for about 152 a game and Oscar 127 a game.
The flag of the United States of America symbolizes
when you have two runners
of liberty
going over 100 yards a game,
the flag
that's a dangerous thing to have going there for any opposing team. Well, they'll look to keep that pace and keep those numbers going, but let's not forget to mention running back Alex Rosas, who had himself a great game last week in Raymondville. Rosas came in the second half to change the pace and tempo of the game and walked away with about 139 yards to finish last week's contest. Defensively, the Bulldogs have only allowed one score in their last 2 weeks, and they're hoping to continue this level of play on the defensive side of the ball here tonight. Sophomore Alex Tejerina and junior Elijah Vela have been a force to be reckoned with on the defensive side of the ball. And we're about getting ready for the national anthem here at Lyford Stadium. And I've always enjoyed watching their presentation of the flags. And we're going to give a little respect to that and watch the presentation here right now. And then we'll get back and talk a little bit about the visiting team, the Hebbronville Longhorns. Beautifully done by Lyford CISD as they roll out the big flag in the middle of the field. And what an honor to be out there, part of that group. And like I said earlier, just beautifully done field here, nice new turf, and something that makes this special is over at the south end zone, how they have put together a flag, the United States flag, on their turf on the end zone, past the end zone on the north side. Just beautifully done fields here in Lyford, Texas at Bulldog Stadium. So just a while ago, I was talking about the Lyford Bulldogs and what they're packing and punching with tonight offensively and defensively. So let's get back and talk a little bit about the visiting team tonight, Hebbronville. Hebbronville's coming off an 8-2 season last year, but find themselves sitting 0-3 in the first 3 weeks this year. Coach Montalvo and his Longhorns are trying to find their identity, and they do have some athletes that can shine. Starting with quarterback Nate Garza, who's calling the plays for the Longhorns, and he'll get his offense going here early. They hope to get a jump start and get in the groove. In the backfield next to Garza is Eden Bettis, who can power the ball over the goal line with his running style. These two gentlemen will be relying on Robert Grimard and Jaden Valdares as they work the line. And they're hoping to win the line of scrimmage against the stingy defense from Lyford. Defensively, Coach Montalvo knows that he's going to have to come out and get big play from linebackers Nathaniel Salinas and defensive back Anthony Cisneros. They're going to have to find a way to slow down this primed Lyford offense. So we're about a couple minutes away from kickoff here in Lyford. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this.
Visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We're the St. Joe Bloodhound Cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live!
Baby, just listen to me.
Escucha.
Do everything with speed.
Prontísimo.
Out of home business service.
Flexible.
Insurance for all your needs.
Barato.
You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing near you? Hello?
Accesible.
I'm out.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
We are the Border Cowgirls, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Yeehaw!
Ibanez Tortilleria, serving up freshly made in-house corn and flour tortillas since 1994. Try delicious menudo, tasty barbacoa, fresh tamales, tacos, variadas with juicy grilled chicken, and tender fajitas. On Mondays, buy one barbacoa taco and get one free if you mention that you're a Bloodhound fan. Located at 4726 Paredes Line Road, Brownsville, Texas. Open every day at 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. To order, contact.
Welcome back to the game as we're still in the pregame of everything as captains are out on the field and the coin flips are about to begin. Hebbronville coming in representing District 16 3A Division 2, while Lyford is representing 16 3A Division 1. Some might be asking what is the difference between 3A Division 1, 3A Division 2. From what I've been told and what I know, it's kind of like big school, small school numbers. So I believe there's a cutoff at a certain enrollment that makes you a Division 1. And if you fall under a certain number enrollment, then that's the division you're going to go to. So the higher numbers of enrollment at the schools will probably be Division 1 3A, where the lower enrollment numbers that still fall under the 3A fall Division 2. Now, my cameraman was telling me that we may have to move some Ethernet connections. If we happen to go offline, we will be back as soon as we plug in and get things going again. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this.
We're the San Bernardino Lady Trojans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
world of opportunity awaits students on their unique path to college acceptance and career readiness. The path to college starts on day one in Los Fresnos, a path that starts with a solid foundation rooted in the classroom by exceptional educators. The path to college starts in Los Fresnos. Los Fresnos CISD. What we do here shapes the world.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you're cheering on the Lyford Bulldogs or the Hebbronville Longhorns, this game is underway. Short kickoff and a little bit bobbled there, and Lyford is all over that as the Longhorns will start with the ball.
The punt is returned by number 32, Jose Manuel Garcia.
So Garcia returns very little on that as Lyford is all over that opening kickoff. And Lyford donning their mean green uniforms today while the Longhorns wearing the white.
25-yard line.
Once again, thank you for tuning in to Real Sports Live. We are on Facebook and YouTube. Please like, share, comment on our feeds and our links as we get tonight's game underway. So here we go. Opening drive now for the Longhorns as Nate Garza is back in the shotgun. Garza hands it up off the middle. Longhorns run. They usually go into a slot T formation, but right there, that goes up the middle to Eden Bettis, who picks up about 2. As it looked like Garza wanted to run an option play and decides to give up the middle, but nothing really there. Garza pops back, finds a man, and has some room up that left side of the field and pushed out of bounds.
Pass complete to number 11, Rolando
Martinez. Pick up that completion to Rolando Martinez. Gets close to about the first down. Looks like they're going to be about 2 yards short.
Ball spotted on the 33-yard line.
So now looking at a 3rd and 2 situation on the Longhorns.
3rd and 2 for
as
the Longhorns.
The ball is set on the 33. Garza now under center as they get into that slot formation. And he rolls out to his right, finds his man, gets the first down, and then some. And this is exactly how Coach Montalvo would have wanted to start this game, as Cisneros gets that catch and some. And that's a Longhorn first down, and the chains keep moving. Beautiful Friday night in South Texas. As this side of the field, the Lyford Bulldog side, their fans are completely filled up in the stands. Longhorns get taken back for a loss there,
13,
and that's a big-time tackle by Oscar Martinez for a tackle for loss.
Tackled by number 1, Oscar Martinez, for a loss on the play.
Martinez gets that tackle for a loss. Looks like he loses about 6 on the Longhorn side. And Longhorns are going to now have to try to regroup and get something going in their direction once again.
For the Longhorns.
So now a 2nd and 15 for the Longhorns. Martinez back in the shotgun. And he pulls back, finds a slant receiver who gets to about the original line of scrimmage.
Pass complete to number 1, Dylan Holwain. Tackled by number 58, Elijah Vela.
So that slant receiver picks up that one as Elijah Vela picks up the tackle. Talked about Vela being one of the leading tacklers for the Bulldogs, and we'll hear his name quite a bit tonight. Garza under center. Here comes that slot. Play action. Has a man deep. And it's going to be incomplete, but look like the flags are coming out. And that contact might have been a little too soon.
On the field.
And they may call that pass interference.
Pass interference.
Not sure. Sure enough.
Number 1, 15-yard penalty. Automatic
So
first down.
that goes in favor of the Longhorns. It looked like the Bulldogs didn't turn that head on a swivel to look back for the ball, just kind of gave them a good push. And here come the Longhorns once again. That's a big chunk of yards. Garza in the shotgun hands it up the middle, but there's a big-time tackle by Jordan DeLuna, as well as Alex Castro in on that tackle.
Eden Perez, tackled by number 54, Alex
So
Castro.
the passing game has come together for the Longhorns, and the Longhorns go back to the run and pick up just a couple
2nd and 9
on that give to Eden Perez. Slot T formation for the Horns. Garza rolls out to his right, looking for a man under heavy pressure, gets rid of it before he was taken down in the backfield. So Garza, smart enough, he felt the evasion of the Bulldogs coming, felt the heat, and said, I have to get rid of this. So now a 3rd and about 8 situation for the Longhorns as the Bulldogs are trying to make a stop here. This will be a big play on both sides of the ball. Garza in the shotgun has Pettis out to his right. Garza calls his own number on that play action. Off target. Incomplete.
Anthony Cisneros.
Cisneros was the intended receiver, and they just couldn't connect.
Longhorns.
Longhorns now looking at a 4th and 9.
4th and 9 for the Longhorns.
So after a couple big gains and then that call on the pass interference, Longhorns now looking at a 4th down. Longhorns are going to stay in their offensive formation. Garza hides the ball, looks back, going down, deep down, but nothing is there. So pass incomplete, nicely covered by the Bulldogs secondary, and it's going to be a 4 and out. And turnover on downs.
We'd like to welcome the
as the green machine now comes out
here with us tonight. Would you
and
please
once
stand
again,
up to be
we talked
recognized?
about how scary this offense can be. They averaged over 40 points their first 2 weeks of ball, and they went for 40 against PI. And that first game thriller that went to overtime, and PI narrowed out that one by 1, 41-40. Then they put up 47 against La Villa. And then, like I said, last week they put up only 14. And when I talked to Coach Hadagi earlier this week, he just said those guys were not happy
Number
only
9,
putting up
Aiden
14.
Olivas-Romo.
So it's kind of scary what their
With a
goals
gain
are
about
for Friday.
8 yards.
So let's see what they come out. First play for Lyford, it's a gain of 9. Osmar Martinez at the quarterback in the shotgun, has Rosas to his right. It's a play action as Martinez gets his own number. Nice open field tackle by the Longhorns. Eden Bettis.
Osmar Martinez.
Osmar tries to go out and find some room to the right, but Eden
Bulldog
Bettis
first down.
picks up that nice open field tackle. Martinez does pick up a couple, though, and gets that Bulldog first down. Got some jumps. Looks like it's going to be a free play. It is. Martinez airs it out, but that one goes out of bounds. Looks like the Longhorns jumped off sides.
Offsides, gets the defense.
You got a smart
5-yard
center.
penalty.
They see that happening.
Repeat first
They
down.
snap that ball, and you got a free play. Might as well just go deep with it. And it was a kind of bobbled snap there, but Martinez picked it up in time, got it out, but just a little bit too much and too far.
Will receive 4 game meal vouchers, 4 game tickets, and a Bulldog Spirit basket.
Once again, thank you for tuning in to Real Sports Live. We have you on Facebook as well as YouTube tonight. Please like, share, comment. And Martinez comes under pressure, escapes that tackle, and dives forward for about 2 yards. And that was going to be almost a coverage sack because the Longhorns' coverage was pretty good on the deep receivers that Martinez was looking for. And then here came the pressure. And Martinez, smart and agile enough to duck, get under, dive, and pick up a couple. So now a 2nd and 8. Rosas gets this one, finds some room on the left, bobbles and hits and goes and rumbles over for the Bulldog first down.
Alex Rosas for a Bulldog first down.
Talked about Rosas and how he came into that Raymondville game last week. Didn't see much in that first half, and then the second half, he just erupted. I want to say he finished the game for about 139 yards. Didn't get into the end zone, but those yards between the 20s were big enough runs to pick up over 100 yards and really set the tone and tempo for that Bulldog win last week. Martinez keeps it himself, looking for a blocker, but it's taken out of bounds.
Quarterback keeper by
picks up about
Martinez,
4.
15 for a gain of a couple of yards.
Moves out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. We're in the first quarter, 0-0 game. This is Lyford's first drive of the ball game. They held the Longhorns on their first drive. Ball kept by Martinez once again, bounces outside, gets through a couple.
Number 15,
looks like he did pick up a Bulldog first down. So that's 2 times Martinez has pulled and called his own number to the right, picking up enough yards, and that's what he does. That's why he's averaging over 160 yards a game. They'll run that option, whether it's going to give to one of his backs or he's going to pull and go himself. But if he sees a hole that he likes, he's going to keep it and go. Martinez pulls back, looking down the middle. Pass broken up. Intended receiver there was Jordan DeLuna. But 2 Longhorns looked like they bumped into each other, and one of them shaken up. This is Real Sports Live. We're going to take an official timeout and be back after this.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you are watching Real Sports Live. Yeah!
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education, from pre-K3 to early college high school.
All right, coming back after that official timeout. I want to remind everybody that Real Sports Live is carrying a couple different streams. We aren't carrying every game. We just got a select few on tap tonight.
Number 22, Alex Rosas, bulldozes his way.
Rosas takes the ball and picks up about 4. But we will keep you guys updated on scores around the valley once they start coming in. So now a 3rd and 5 situation for the Bulldogs. Martinez in the shotgun. He drops back, checks his receivers, doesn't see anything he likes, so he's going to pull it, and he finds some room up the left, and it's going to be enough of a scramble to pick up the Bulldog first down. Lyford has that luxury of having a dual threat quarterback. Martinez can fire that missile, or if he doesn't see anything he likes, he's going to pull it and go. Very Robert Griffin-like. Back when Griffin was with the Baylor Bears. Bulldogs set up a trips right formation, and Martinez wants to look on the one-on-one. It's thrown up there and broken up by the Longhorns. So Bulldogs set up that trips right. Martinez looks to that lone receiver over to the left. They like that one-on-one matchup. The pass is broken up by the Longhorns defensive back. Good job over there by Dylan Holbrook. As he said, I accept your challenge. Martinez once again, now he looks back. We have a receiver screen. Plenty of room up the middle to Oscar Martinez as the Martinez brothers hook up for that gain.
All right, Bulldog fans, you know what time it is.
Well, it looks like we have a shaken up player, and that's going to have an official timeout. That's going to lead us to a timeout, and we'll be back after this. This is Real Sports Live.
Advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
Out of that official timeout, everything looks all right, but here come the Dogs as they are knocking on the door, trying to get into that red zone. Rosas gets through there, breaks one, breaks two, and he's in there for a Lyford touchdown. Rosas gets paid tonight as he rumbles for about 10 yards for the Bulldogs' first touchdown of the night. Bulldogs looking to go for the 2-point conversion. Martinez hands that one, and the Longhorns are there, and they put a stop to Rosas on that one as a nice tackle
12,
by Nathaniel Salinas to stop that 2-point conversion, but not before the Bulldogs could get in for their first touchdown of the night. Alex Rosas with a 10-yard run. So here we go. Lyford Bulldogs up 6-0. You guys might be able to hear all the sounds around me. I'm right next to a huge speaker. So when you hear that dog barking, it's not Cujo next to me. That's just the speaker. But I'll tell you what, the Bulldogs here are playing like a Cujo to start this first quarter, as they're coming out looking for that end zone.
Bag policy in place for all events held in district facilities.
So here we are in the first quarter of play. A little under 4 minutes left in the first as the Bulldogs get on the board first on that 10-yard Rosas scamper. Ball tipped by the middle. That's going to be a free ball for whoever gets there first. Longhorns do pick it up, but he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's deep. If he can get around, but he doesn't. That deflection definitely didn't give the kickoff returner a good grasp on the ball. And the Longhorns are going to get that one inside their 10.
The Lyford Band Boosters, located on the visitor side concession stand, will be selling white corn in the cob, corn in the cup with all the fixings, brown sugar.
Thank you once again for tuning in to Real Sports Live, having your game here on Facebook and YouTube on our stream. Real Sports Live YouTube, Real Sports Live Facebook. Please like, share, comment on our feed. Longhorns in their slot offense, balls handed off. And there's that mean green defensive line not giving up much. First drive for the Longhorns. They found some success through the air, and then they got themselves a big, hefty piece of yards on a pass interference call on the Bulldogs.
Swing on by and pick up some goodies.
So let's see if they continue to mix it up through the air and on the ground, or if they're going to go ground heavy as they're back into that slot T. Seen a lot of play action. There's the handoff. Finds a crease. Up that left side is Eden Bettis.
Handoff to number 13.
Picks up about 5 on that one.
A gain of a couple of yards.
Dor Ramirez, thanks for tuning in to Real Sports Live, watching and rooting on the Bulldogs. Garza with the handoff, going up the right side now, tries to counter back, picks up that Longhorn first down.
Handoff to number
is
10,
Anthony Cisneros
for a Longhorn first down.
So Cisneros picks up about 6
of Bulldogs.
With this slot T offense. They're just going to run the ball, very misdirection type. It's a confusing type of offense because the defensive lines and the linebackers have to really keep an eye on who that ball got off to. And then you throw in some play action fakes in there. You're trying to key off different backs when the quarterback play action gets back and finds a receiver up the middle. So this nasty slot, and that's why they call it the nasty slot, because it's hard to read. Ball goes right up the middle, and that one is stuffed by the defensive line of the Bulldogs.
Handoff to number 13, Eden
It's like
Pettis,
Carlos Martinez was in on that tackle for the Bulldogs. Second and 8 now. About 1:20 in the first. There goes Bettis. Finds lots of room to that right side. He just stretches out that
Number
run.
13,
Picks
Pettis
up
with
about
the handoff.
5. And the Longhorns are now looking at a 3rd and 3. Lots of buzz here in Lyford for this year's football team. That's why as I look down in the stands, there aren't many empty seats here. They have a firm belief that this team in Lyford can make some noise this season in their district. And playing teams such as the Longhorns in the non-district will get them ready for that. Same thing for the Longhorns. They feel if they can keep up with a Bulldog team, then they can keep up with anybody
number 58, Elijah
over in
Bell.
their district.
Lyford CSD offers an after-school program from 4 p.m.
The Longhorns are now looking at a 4th down.
For more information.
Now we're down with seconds left in the first quarter. Looks like the Longhorns are going to let it click down and lead us into the second quarter of play. This is Rio Sports Live, and we are done with one quarter here in Lyford, Texas, as Lyford is up 6-0. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this.
For quality care, contact Mesquite Home Health and Attendant Services today. In Brownsville at 594 Jose Marti Boulevard, call today 956-361-5558.
We here at Mesquite want to wish all local athletes good luck in today's game.
We're the Hebbronville Lady Bobcats, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Woo!
Hi, I'm Rodo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170,
keep you energized.
Start of the second. as the Longhorns try to get something going here. Flags come out. And let's see if the Longhorns were able to get Lyford to jump and pick up about 5 yards for the first down, but
holding.
It's going to be against the Longhorns, and that's going to take them back 10.
Repeat 4th down.
So now a repeat of 4th down, and what was a 4th and 3 is now going to be a 4th and 13. So Longhorns going to punt away here as they're stuck in the back of their own side of the field, and they do not want to give the ball to Lyford there. So here comes the punt. It's a doozy of a punt. Sails over the 40 and takes a Longhorn leap to about the 32-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Ball spotted at the 31-yard line.
Out comes the Lyford offense, who scored on their last possession as Alex Rosas went for a 10-yard TD run. Lyford band playing a little bit of Lady Gaga here tonight to get the fans going. There's a little halfback hold there. Looked like a little hesitation. But Rosas gets tripped up by his pulling guard. So not much picked up there. Rosas maybe got one before he got tripped up and fell. Martinez has his offense spread out. Ball handed off inside. And here's that Longhorn defense.
Number 22, and we have some laundry on the field.
And flags come flying. Let's see what the call is going to be here. Look like Giovanni Belanques in on that tackle, along with another herd of Longhorns on that tackle. And that's going to be a flag on the Longhorns, as the Bulldogs will tack on about 10 yards, maybe 15. Couldn't really hear what the call was. But that'll put the Bulldogs on their own 45. Looks like Coach Montalvo over there with the Longhorns wants to talk some things over. Didn't like what he saw or the call on that play, as they're having a conference on the Longhorn sideline. So talking about both of these districts once again, as Hebbronville has themselves a handful, and they start district play already next week against Banquete. Banquete right now in their district is 3-0. So this is a great test before they get into district play against Banquete, who's 3-0. Then you have George West in that 16-3A Division II. George West sitting at 0-2. Then back to the Valley, you have Monte Alto in that district as well. Monte Alto's 0-3. The other Valley team in there is Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa now 2-1. And then we go back up north, going towards the Corpus area. Odom 0-3, and then Taft 2-2. Very competitive district in this 3A Division II, the 16-3A Division II.
Our partnership, if your child doesn't
That'll be fun to see how that plays out. But once again, Coach Montalvo picking up this game against Lyford is a great test before they get into district play. There's some movement by the Bulldogs, and that's going to take them back.
False start.
Now,
number 4 of
the Bulldogs
offense.
district,
5-yard penalty.
16-3A Division I. You have Lyford sitting at 2-1, very closely should be and could have been 3-0. That big-time game against PI, game 1, and Foul 3-0. So that's some big competition, along with San Diego 3-0. Woo! That's going to be exciting to watch to see how that plays out during their district play. Great open field tackle for the Longhorns there.
Number 15,
and that's Nathaniel Salinas. We talked about Coach Montalvo telling us that he has a young, inexperienced defense. So a lot of the defensive leadership is going to come from Nathaniel Salinas. As Salinas picks up that great open field tackle for the Longhorns. And the Bulldogs are back now with a 2nd and 14. Rosas gets the number called, and he picks up his speed with a boost, lowers his shoulder, and picks up about 12 yards on that run.
Handoff to number 22, Alex Rosas. Tackled by...
Last week's game against Raymondville was the awakening of Alex Rosas, and tonight he's doing the same as he picks up about 12 yards, gets close to the Bulldog first down. Well, the Bulldogs are now looking at a 3rd and 2. Martinez hands that ball off once again to Rosas. Rosas tries to spin around, might have picked up about 1. And looks like some flags were thrown. Let's see what they're going to call here. Might be a hold on the Bulldogs, but we'll wait for the official call.
Personal foul, illegal chop block, number 77, 15-yard penalty.
So not a hold, but an illegal chop block by one of the offensive linemen for the Bulldog, and that's going to take them back 15. That's the kind of stuff that Coach Hadagi definitely doesn't want going on. He wants some cleaner play from his line. Coach Ames, offensive coordinator for the Bulldogs, has done a stellar job with his offense this year and, the past couple of years, actually. And here goes Martinez dropping back. They want the long home run. Has a receiver. Hits the fingertips, but incomplete.
Incomplete pass to number 19.
Pass intended for Diego Rosas. And just couldn't pull that one in. And that's going to bring up a Bulldog 4th down. So out comes the punting team for the Bulldogs. Longhorns waiting to receive. Good punt, and takes a Bulldog bounce as they're going to let it keep rolling all the way to about the 14-yard line. So the Longhorn defense does its job. Got a little bit of help from the personal foul of the Bulldogs. And out comes the Longhorn offense led by Nate Garza. Nate Garza orchestrating that slot T offense for the Longhorns. And it's not the first time Lyford's seen that slot T. PI ran that slot T on Lyford game 1. But right here, the Longhorns came out in a shotgun, but whistles were blown.
False start against the offense, number 11, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So a false start penalty on one of the Longhorns, taking them back now. Now looking at a 1st and 15. Looks like the ball's spotted on the 8-yard line of the Longhorns. Don't be surprised if Lyford brings some pressure to try to get in that backfield here. Let's take a look. Ball's kept by Garza, and absolutely nothing there for him to go or to do. Bulldog line, D-line, up for the challenge. Arenino Hosa, Alex Tejerina on that left side of the D-line, looking to cause some havoc. And there's Nate Garza, pulls it itself, comes around, and might have picked up
number 4, Nate Garza.
that Longhorn first down. Play action got that end of the Bulldogs to bite. Short of the first down by about 5. So now the Longhorns are looking at a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 for the Longhorns.
Ball goes right up the middle. Picked up some good yardage and might have picked up the 5 they needed for that first down.
Handoff to number 32, Jose
On that
Manuel
call
Garcia.
was Jose Garcia. Sure enough, that's going to be a first down for the Longhorns.
Longhorns first down.
Talked a little bit about that nasty slot offense. Your D-line and your linebackers really have to have a key on the ball to see which back ends up with it. That one's going to go to Bettis, and Bettis breaks away, has one man to beat here. He's at the 40, the 30, being chased down and finally pushed out of bounds, but not before the big gain
13,
by Eden Bettis, who's finally caught by David Caballero.
Tackled by number 2, David Caballero.
Bettis showing his speed as he gets it all the way over to the 15-yard line. Bettis found himself a little crease and took full advantage, got past the second line of linebackers, and he was gone. Here we go once again, coming up the right side around the corner.
Handoff to number 33.
And that hand goes to Guadalupe Chapa as he picked up about 6. Now looking at a 2nd and 4 of the Longhorns as they have a little surge going here. Grimad at the center. Spin up the middle, but Bulldogs are all over that one. Don't give up much. Nice stance there by Carlos Martinez.
Number 12 with the carry, Nathaniel Salinas. Stopped by number 59, Carlos Martinez.
So now a 3rd and 3 for the Longhorns. Waiting for their call. Garza under center in their slot formation. Ball handed off to Bettis, who's trying to stretch it out to the outside, but nice open field tackle by the Bulldogs.
Eden Bettis.
Looks like that was Caballero out there on that open field tackle.
Stopped by number 7,
that was
Isaias Gonzalez.
Isaias Gonzalez in on that tackle. Looked like a number 2, but I guess it was a number 7. So the Longhorns lose a couple there. Now they're looking at a 4th and 4, and this is going to be a big one here on either side. It's either going to be a stop or a go. And there it is. Heavy pressure by the Bulldogs as they stop the momentum of the Longhorns. And Jorge de la Cruz comes through. Let's take a look at the pressure that Nate Garza was under here from De La Cruz.
We'd like to welcome the Lyford High School class of 2003 here with us tonight. Please stand and be recognized, class of 2003.
So good call by
Once a
defensive
Bulldog,
coordinator
always a
Victor
Bulldog.
Rubalcaba, bringing the pressure on Garza. Didn't give him much time to get anything going there. So about 5 minutes left in the first half of play. Bulldogs trying to get something going. Martinez bubbles out, finds a receiver, and looks like that's a little bubble out by Rosas. Picks up about 5. So just kind of chipping away at yards. Rosas gets that completion. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Tackled by number 22, Joaquin Jimenez.
Martinez pulls it himself, breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet. Here's that open field speed and big gain by Osmar Martinez up the left side of the field. So Martinez escapes a couple of defenders, and with the stride that he has, he just picks up about 2 to 3 yards on the stride itself, and the next thing you know, he's got a 20-yard run. Bulldogs come out, and that trips right formation, has a one-on-one to the left. Last time they were in this, they wanted that one-on-one. Martinez says, I'll take it myself, as the receiver does a great job decoying the far pass, 15, leaving plenty of room on the left.
Down.
Last time they set up in that formation, Martinez looked for that one-on-one on the one receiver side. This time, that one-on-one goes deep, sending the cornerback deep, and Martinez had plenty of room to run down this side of the field. Nice call by Coach Ames and Coach Hadegi to pick up some big yards there. Ball handed off to Rosas. Rosas trying to stretch out that right. Breaks 1, spins around 2. Finally brought down
to number 22,
by the Longhorns. But not before he picked up about 6.
Tackled by number 8, Carlos Gutierrez.
Carlos Gutierrez picks up the tackle on that one. And not an easy tackle. Rosas runs hard and heavy.
2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs.
So now a 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Ball on the Longhorn 41. Martinez rolls out to the left, looking for some blockers, finds about 4, but ball's on the floor. And the Longhorns fall on the ball as Martinez was trying to squeeze through about 3 Bulldog blockers. And in that mix, Longhorns ripped that ball out. Let's take a look at that one.
A friendly reminder that Lyford CISD now has a clear-out policy in place for all events held in district
So
facilities.
that ball was stripped out by Longhorns' Dylan Holbrook. Once again, Holbrook did a great job on that one-on-one pass earlier and then comes up big as he strips that ball out from Martinez on that run. Longhorns taken down in the backfield as Elijah Vela gets another tackle for loss. Vela had a great season last year as a sophomore and has just continued to be a force on the Lyford Bulldogs defensive side of the ball. Getting close to halftime, under 3 minutes until we get to the halftime. Lyford up 6-0. Ball handed up, hit, taken down, and Lyford's trying to do everything they can to get that ball back. Longhorns hanging tough, though. Anthony Cisneros on that run. The Bulldogs are looking at a 2nd and 11.
Third and 11 for the Longhorns.
Take that back. It's going to be a 3rd and 11 now for the Longhorns, as they'll need to get something going here to keep this drive going.
Timeout, Longhorns.
Coach Montalvo looking to call a timeout here, call
Lyford
things and get
CISD
things
would like to
going.
remind everyone that
We're
we will
under
continue
2
hosting
minutes,
our
2
Bulldog
minutes
Family
away from
Contest
halftime as
for the
Lyford
remaining
is up
varsity
6-0. This is Real
The
Sports
winner will
Live.
receive 4
We'll be
game
back
meal
after
vouchers,
this.
4 game tickets, and a Bulldog Spirit basket.
For building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
We're the Hottest in South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Hawks up!
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We're the Mission Lady Eagles, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Yeah!
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
We're the Mission Best Lady Patriots, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Back to the action here in Lyford, Texas. About 1:44 left in the first half of play. Lyford up 6-0 as the Longhorns have the ball. And brought down immediately.
Number 13,
once again,
Eden Perez
in on that
by
tackle,
number
Alex
52.
Castro. Or Aaronina Hossa in on that tackle.
Timeout. Lyford.
And now Lyford wants to call a timeout. They want to save a couple seconds here on the clock, get that ball in their hands and run a few plays to try to score before halftime. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this.
Lo que se me antoja dinero en el banco. Muchos me andan criticando pues traigo carrazos que como le hago. Tengo aseguro del bueno, pronto y flexible y sale barato. Es mi corrido humilde, que no se te olvide que me ando ahorrando.
Pregúntale a tu agente cómo ahorrar con Pronto, porque más barato, nadie.
We're the Valley View Lady Tigers, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Ibanez Tortilleria, serving up freshly made in-house corn and flour tortillas since 1994. Try delicious menudo, tasty barbacoa, fresh tamales, tacos, variadas with juicy grilled chicken, and tender fajitas. On Mondays, buy 1 barbacoa taco and get 1 free if you mention that you're a Bloodhound fan. Located at 4726 Paredes Line Road, Brownsville, Texas. Open every day at 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. To order, contact 956-541-9594.
We are the Edinburgh North Lady Cougars, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Back to the action and out of that Bulldog timeout as the Longhorns are punting this one away. And Lyford will get the ball back. Longhorns letting it roll down to about the Bulldog 27. And Lyford will get the ball back with about 127 left in the first half of play. There we go. I appreciate the help there on the pronunciation of some of these names. Holbein, thank you. Dylan Holbein having himself a good night defensively for the Longhorns. Had a great coverage one-on-one and then had the strip fumble. Well, Bulldogs still have time on the clock before the end of this first half. As Martinez drops back, and he calls it himself, kind of a quarterback draw, lots of room, evades a couple defenders, still on his feet as he crosses over to the Longhorn 45.
Osman Martinez for a Bulldog first down.
Martinez, once again, dual threat quarterback, but he looks to be shaken up as he was taken down, holding that shoulder some, and in comes Aiden Romo. Romo himself can fling that ball nicely in that backup role. So Romo now at the quarterback has Rosas to his left. Romo rolls out to his left. Doesn't see anything he likes, finds a block, scrambles himself, gets across the 30, and
Number
into
9,
the Longhorn
Aiden
27.
Romo with a Bulldog first down.
Now, for
So it looks like they want to call a timeout. About a little over 30 seconds left here. See what they're going to draw up. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this.
Meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond. We are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Via ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
Out of the timeout now. A little over 30 seconds left in the game. Martinez is back in the game. He drops back, looks downfield, has a receiver all alone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown!
David Caballero pulls in that throw, looked like a post route right over the Longhorns secondary. So Bulldogs back on the board here in the second quarter, right before halftime. It looks like there's going to be about 30 seconds left in the first. Two-point conversion now in play. Pitch out, and it's intercepted on the pitch, taken back. Holbein once again showing his athleticism, and he's going to go all the way to break up that two-point conversion and put the Longhorns on the board. Dylan Holbein. Shout out to Henry Garza for helping me out on the pronunciation as Holbein goes about 99 yards for that 2 points on the board for the Longhorns. Holbein has been a force on the Longhorns defense. What a heads-up play to be aware. The Lyford goes up, another touchdown. We have ourselves a 12-2 game just before halftime, about 30 seconds away. Rivera Redondo, thanks for watching Facebook, Real Sports Live. Lyford versus Hebbronville.